Canal is progressing well. Oh look, we have walls. This is good. There'll be steel in the walls between the courses of bricks about every metre or so, just to add a bit more strength. Well, I've moved a lot of rock and had another delivery of sand, so lots more work out here yet. Canal's coming along nicely. Amazing how quick the bricks go up when you've got enough people. The canal's looking pretty much done along there. Maybe they'll render it a bit more yet. Don't know whether they've actually put a base in it or whether it's just the natural soil that's still on the base. But that's kinda. Don't know whether it goes as far as the rice field and stops, or whether it's going to go down that, where you can see that other stick to the right of the fence, go along that line. But there is a creek over there in the trees. That used to be my good long-handled shovel. Somebody took it into their own hands to shorten it and turn it into a spade without asking whether that's an okay thing to do. No point shouting and raving, it's done, but I'm not happy. At the end of the day we have the bathroom with a bit of wall around it. It's smaller than I recall because of the spread between those two low rows of thick columns. But we have a fair bit of brick today, and you notice that there is actually going to be a wall come out to here. You can see that they have the rod at 1 metre level and yep. Some more steel work afoot. I worked into the night last night moving sand, presumably so they could get a delivery of rock. The local quarry must love me. I've spotted my boots. That's the ones that I brought from Australia. I recognise them by the green triangle on the side. I acquired those when I was working at Dow Chemical during the great septic tank overflow incident of 1988 or 9. Yeah, that's a story for another time. Here I am in the cement shelter up on the road. As you can see, work continues regardless of the rain. But it's definitely a bit damp out there. Interesting little jog in the canal there. There's the corner, must be another canal coming off from the left. Those uprights there, the column ranges. Yes, there is going to be a fence along there, I was told. So that's good, so this is going to be a fenced area, and presumably they're making it level prior to bringing more rock in here, making this into a parking area. Looks like they're doing a sensible thing and setting up to build a fence around the back patio of Lisa's house. Comparing that water over there with what's in the well/septic tank behind me, I'm inclined to think that is the water table level rather than a puddle. Don't have to go far for groundwater here. And the rain is persisting down, as can be seen from the downspout. The walls are continuing to go up. And it's just the end of a break, so people will be marching back to work. And here's the start of the wall around the back patio. Or at least the well section of the back patio. I gather there's going to be a ramp here so that Azra can ride scooters across from the road over the other side, because the access down between the houses is too narrow, so by the time you get a scooter in there it's all a bit too crowded. I thought it had stopped raining, but no, it's just got more gentle. Looks like work is continuing on the canal up there. I'm told that it will continue through to the creek. It was just a matter of whether we waited until that particular lot of rice was harvested and did it later, or sacrificed some of the rice and did it now. And Jabita's sort of persuaded me to the idea that it's probably better to do it now while we have the workforce. It's not like a couple of dollars worth of rice is going to make a difference. So walls are happening. So we're up to, I don't think it's quite a metre and a, well, probably 1.5 metres. That's the level for the windows across the back. What I do have to find, I've been looking for, is my box of eye bolts. I looked everywhere this morning, can't find it. But that furthermost column there is going to have an eye bolt embedded in it when it's cast, so that we can string a cable across to the back of a house over there with a power cable on it. There's progress on the wall around the well on the back patio of Lizu too. Looks like there's ongoing steel work. I think there's more trusses than there were. There's a new one. The rock team's making good progress. There's actually room to get a truck in and out now. So there'll probably be another load of sand turn up. As can be seen, the road is pretty wet. I've actually got a clip I took from my phone the other day. Yeah, pretty wet that way too. Oh. They're not potholes, they're duck ponds. And here's another one. Okay, now I begin to understand. Yep, more wall production. Smile. Okay, this is for the next bit of canal work. Basically from that grey water pipe over there, which is from the waste pipe. And it's going to be a sink there. And along there, there will be the overflow for the tanks. Then around the corner and join up to the other major canal down the back. And the wall at the back of Lisa's house continues. Well, at the end of the day, they've cleared a whole lot of rock and sand. And they're starting to work on that next lot of rock fill there. And of course gravel for concrete mixing. A fair amount of the walls done around the well at the back of Lisa's house. This area out the back is looking pretty level now, and the walls for the shanty going on quite nicely. The formwork for the concrete pillars, columns. Don't really think I approve of the tools being left out in the weather overnight. And yes, that little jog in the canal along the east side does have a little bit of a spur that runs off towards the east. Dadang's had a good job of cleaning that up. Now he's doing the scooter. But yeah, up high. Yeah, this is probably bush, I think. But tomorrow he's off to Palembang with Chibita, and I'll deposit some money with Indo Maret towards our Shopee Pay account, which means they can then buy the more expensive, more powerful pressure sprayer, which hopefully will make a difference. There'll have to be another delivery of cement real soon now. That won't last long at the rate we go through it here. And it's the next morning and moving of rock continues. Dadang and Chibita have gone off to Palembang to check for money transfer from Australia and to choose tiles for the wet areas of the shed. Aiming up forms for the vertical columns. Work continues down that end of the canal. More rock being transferred down, more mortar. And we have the start of the tank walls. So this will be thicker than the normal walls. And presumably there'll be steel right across about the level of that string. But yeah, need to be strong to hold in the water. Be the same along that wall. And the wall to the left. And Ashra tells me we're going to do a ring of concrete round at this level, which will be the on top of that will be the level for the windows, the window openings. So that presumably means more reinforcement cage along the top of this with a ring beam part way up the wall, which is good, strong. The CTL made some pretty good ruts delivering concrete to the box here, so they've filled those with more rocks now. So more rocks will get pushed into the ground. We're delivering fill to the parking lot by the look of it. And I found my write-up I did a few years ago about the septic tank overflow incident at our chemical. It was actually a couple of years earlier than I remembered. It was, yeah, so I'll put that in the description for the video. Well, the fence at the back of Lizu's house is looking pretty good. So there's a bit of rendering going on the inside here, and they'll do the same on the outside later. And looking at that corner there where there's going to be another column, yeah, maybe there'll be a roof over this later. I don't know, as usual, I'll find out later. But this is probably enough for this video for the moment, and I'll edit it down.